All right. Hopefully we fix whatever in the world is causing us to have all this lag in our stream. I reset everything, checked everything. I'm not sure exactly why it's happening, but did like 8 hours yesterday and there was no hiccups or anything during the stream. For some reason today it's just been lagging like crazy. Doesn't seem to lag when I'm in the dungeon or anything. It just lags when I'm in town. Not exactly sure what's making it lag when I go to town or when I'm in the gate hall. I just hope whatever it is, it stops. These gloves are crazy. I'm more surprised by the affixes on the gloves. You get lightning storm ranks and ranks to defiance. Just crazy. Crazy amount of damage. This is how I feel like unique should be, honestly. Like immediately you feel a difference when you equip it. I'm not sure who designed this unique, but they did a good job. The affixes make sense. You get crit, you get lucky hit. That's the big one, like crit and lucky hit. You get crit, lucky hit, you get ranks to lightning storm, you get ranks to defiance. Like this is definitely a really well designed unique. It's like even with my low crit chance, you still see a significant increase just because you get extra lightning bolts. It's funny because in one of my build in one of the videos of all the things I thought would be good changes they would make to the druid, one of the things I said was increasing the amount of lightning strikes from lightning storm. But they didn't do it the way I suggested, obviously. I suggested they just increase it outright. But doing it through an uber unique, I think it was a good idea, man. This thing would be crazy with a Lycander staff. Like, you get a Lycander staff with that insane amount of crit chance you get. You just be throwing so many lightning bolts. No. I think this is the first time I've done this vault. I want that crystal. Give me that. If you guys start getting any lag, just be aware. Like, I don't know why, but it seems to be doing it in town. Not exactly sure what's going on. Yesterday I streamed for like 8 hours, had no issues. I've restarted my OBS, done all kinds of stuff to try to fix it. It's just yeah, I know. If I'm careful, I should be able to get to the end of the dungeon without taking another hit from a trap. Yeah, just crazy. It clears the entire room. Yeah, Barb was a good choice, Pete. Barb is still incredibly overpowered. They're gonna have when I seen the nerfs for it, man, I was like, when you have a class that's hitting for billions of damage, like Barb was doing without Tears of Blood, I was like, they're gonna have to nerf Barb by like 95%. Wow, that was in order for them to do like an effective nerf for that class. I don't know how they can do it. And the problem is they nerfed Overpower, and Overpower was really strong on barbarians, but you know, for druids it wasn't really that powerful. Granted, in a season where everything was overpowered, you could still one-shot everything with your pulverized druid, but all they really did was just make pulverized druid a lot worse, but barbarian's still gonna one-shot everything. Are we good? Are we good? Okay, we're good. No, I got it from a drop, man. I was super lucky. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm feeling like now I'm not going to get anything good when I hit tier 4. So, but I can tell you immediately, you feel a significant difference in your lightning storm. It almost changes the skill entirely, and it makes it really, really good. I mean, just look at I'm not sure who designed this, but we need this guy. This guy needs to stay. Like, fire other people, but this guy, he should stay, or she should stay. Because you get crit strike at a really nice amount of crit strike. It's crazy. You get an insane amount of lucky hit chance. So it's basically like having a regular pair of gloves. But then you get +2 to Lightning Storm, +2 to Defiance. And then you get that one additional lightning strike each time your storm grows. So that ends up being like what, 3 or 4 additional lightning storm strikes. And then when you crit, you hit another lightning, strike, which gives you that single target you're looking for bosses. And then it also deals multiplicative damage up to 20%. It's insane. It's a great unique, and it's definitely something that you're going to look for and be like, I want this unique for my lightning storm build. So I don't know who did this, but they did fantastic. And the crazy part about Defiance is even better, because I'm sure when you get the ancestral version of it, you're going to get like 3 ranks or 4 ranks, but you're getting more multiplicative damage off your nature skills towards elites. So you're just dealing even more damage to bosses, more damage to elites. And I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy to think that they could have this. I'm surprised it's not an uber unique. It's almost as powerful, if not more powerful, than some of the uber uniques. Especially with the ranks to Defiance. I didn't know they were going to have ranks to Defiance. It's crazy. Now, this is where I start to lag for some reason, guys, so do forgive me. I'm going to try to get out of here as fast as possible. Yeah, man, ask any questions, Pete. I'll give you every bit of information I have. I'm not going to lead you astray. I won't tell you stuff I don't know, so... I have no desire to tell people things just to be first. I think the only thing I'll tell you, Pete, is because you're playing Barbarian and because Barbarian is so strong, at least from what I've seen so far, you might not feel a lot of difference when you get that Seneschal. Like, it already is, compared to, like, Season 2, when you get vampiric powers and your character immediately feels different. In the early game, your Seneschal doesn't really feel that big of a deal. It starts to scale later, but the problem is like I said, when you're playing a class that can melt everything, which I think is going to end up being any class this season, it's kind of hard to feel a significant difference with the Seneschal, just because it's a pet companion. I've restarted my stream several times today, trying to get this lag to stop, but it always kind of pops up when I'm in town. It's kind of unfortunate. I get some people in, we get a good conversation, suddenly my game starts lagging, everybody leaves. It's harder to get people to come to my stream just because you got people like Riker streaming, Wadicho, stuff like that, so it's kind of unfortunate. I will also tell you, like, you don't really need to use your pearls too much until you hit tier 4. Just because I feel like your Seneschal is really it's really meant to shine in the late game, I think. That's why it scales off of your character. So when your player character's like really powerful, your Seneschal will be powerful too. I'm only doing some of the pearls because I'm streaming. I don't know what that was. These Moon Clan goat shamans. Yeah, this is crazy. I can't imagine what this is going to be like when I pump up my crit chance. I will say I'm a bit sad I'm going to have to farm another pair of these from the Beast in the Ice. Not a big fan of that fight. It takes too long. Not really the fight, but the dungeon. Having to run through the dungeon before I get to the boss kind of sucks. I'm gonna try to just go through my gear while I'm in the dungeon, so that way I don't lag when I get to town. Oh, by the way, this Juggernaut's aspect looks crazy. I mean, the amount of armor you get from that aspect is just stupid. In the fact that it'll probably get multiplied by all of your other armor affixes on your gear, that's definitely going to be way better than running Disobedience. Especially if you're not really spamming your evade too much. If you're someone who likes to be a little bit more conservative and only use evade in situations you need to use it. I think I'm good on equipment now. I don't really think I need anything extra for doing my capstone. I just want to get to like level 65. Once I get to hit 65, I'll run my capstone to get to tier 4. I put this unique right up there with Crone's Staff. Because Crone's Staff feels really similar in that it changes your skill in a very significant way to make your gameplay different. Your build can change up a little bit. And I feel like that's what this does. I almost feel like you don't even need a Lightning Dancer aspect. Or I should say that it's just not a must-have. I mean, look at that. It just melts stuff. See how well it works on the boss. It's doing pretty well. There it is. I imagine when I pump up my crit and everything, all the additional lightning bolts are gonna pretty much melt through any boss. Alright, let me just look through this. Whoa, max roll on that, I'll keep that. Get rid of that, and that, okay. You'd think that I would lag when I'm actually moving around, but for some reason it doesn't seem to lag when I'm moving around. It only lags when I'm in town. Had to make some tea, man. How far have you gotten into the season, Pete? And what kind of barb are you going to make? Are you going for the charged barb? Because that's the kind of barbarian I'm going to make later on. Yeah, this is so crazy. Entirely different skill. Man, so good. I think I'm narrowing in on an in-game Lightning Storm build, but I just don't want to make it yet. Not sure on the build. Well, I will say Charge does look like a lot of fun because it has that high mobility aspect of it, but there's just so many builds you can go for Barbarian. You could play I think you could probably play just about anything you want. I still don't think I'll play a Lightning Storm build in hardcore until they fix the bug with knockbacks, causing you to lose control of your character and then not be able to cast your skills, because that'll get you killed in hardcore. So once they fix that bug, I'll probably make a Lightning Storm build in hardcore. It's just the early game is so punishing now that you don't have vampiric powers and you're losing a lot of damage reduction, or you're losing a lot of survivability because you don't have things like Undying. And you lose quite a bit of multiplicative damage too. So you have to be a lot more careful in the early game on Druid. I'm definitely glad I started out this season on softcore instead of hardcore, because I already died a couple times. Those wasp-like constructs, the Vizier, what is it, Vizier construct? Those guys do a ton of damage. And then I also got killed by the Son of Malphus. He spawned in one of these dungeons. I didn't expect him to come out. And that guy does quite a bit of damage as well. I think I like him more than I like the Butcher. I feel like they could keep this content also. I've said it a couple times, but I definitely feel like they could keep this content outside of the seasonal content. I don't really feel like it's that game changing overall. Yeah, it was just mainly these guys, these constructs here, because they shoot those projectiles, and they're like the wasp projectiles, but they're way faster. So you get hit by a couple of these guys, and it'll just delete your entire health bar. This is where I like to stand on this vault. I feel like it's easy to sit here and just avoid everything. Took one hit too many. What did I get? Yo, I got a second pair of these gloves. That's pretty cool. I'm having some pretty good luck all of a sudden. That's crazy. These are actually better. The lucky hit's a little bit lower, but I'm not too concerned about that. That's pretty cool. And a way higher well, not a way higher multiplier, 5%. Let's go. That means when I hit tier 4, I'm not going to get anything. That's all this means. By the way, if you guys are watching, for some reason, when I sit still, my character starts lagging. I don't know why, so I'm trying to just get through it. Yesterday, I had no issues. I streamed for like 8 hours, no lag. Today, for some reason, every time I stand still, my game starts lagging. I've tried to fix it like 5 or 6 times. I wish I could trade a pair of these gloves, man. Two more levels, and I will be into tier 4. I almost wish you could get these gloves as soon as you start the game. I feel like this is how Lightning Storm should work. Just base Lightning Storm. I wish they would put like little arrows on your map to where the keys are in the dungeon. That way you didn't have to do too much backtracking. I almost hate dropping those things. I love the movement speed you get from them. Try to beat the lag. We'll stay here. Get some good XP off of this. All right. No, we don't need this. Take this earphone off, man. Am I missing? Oh, all the way up there. I'm sitting here like, where is this at? Now I'm gonna have to go all the way back over here. I wish I moved as fast as those little skitter bugs. That little pet companion has a lot of nice little things that it can give you. There's one that gives you a ton of crit chance towards enemies that it hits. It was like 6%, I think, at base level. Really? I'm not gonna stay for that. Let's just go ahead and all right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go ahead and upgrade these gloves. And just hurry up and hop into the next dungeon. Death Pulse. Do a Vault of Cinders. That is super weird. You would think I would lag when I'm moving, or like when the game's constantly loading stuff, but when I stand still, not when I stand still. It's so weird. Yeah, thanks, brother. You definitely, like I said, you definitely feel the difference when you hit that single target, when you get that extra bolt of lightning. It's crazy. It's like everything that Lightning Storm needs. Like, that's what these gloves actually do. It gives you everything that Lightning Storm's missing. And then now all they have to do is just take the suppressor enemies out of the game, and you'll be perfect. Take the suppressor enemies out and fix the bug that stops you from moving and channeling your skills if you get knocked back while channeling. And you'll have a perfect Lightning Storm. So crazy. And the fact that it's just like a set of gloves too, so like you can keep your, it's much easier to keep like a set of sacred gloves until you get another set of ancestral gloves, and it would be like a chest piece or a pair of pants or something like that. You don't get as much. So I like that they just put on a set of gloves. I think I might actually just go ahead and make the Lightning Storm build. I don't know. It's hard for me to decide. Just because this isn't necessarily like my play style. I just like Lightning Storm for leveling. I much prefer like faster play styles that give me a lot more mobility. Which is funny that I play the Druid because the Druid's so slow. You'd think I'd play like the Rogue and stuff, but I really like the aesthetic of the Druid. Where's the shield? Can't tell which one's a Death Pulse. Get out of here. I don't even think you would, like, if we were in Season 2, I don't even think you would use Bathe in Blood. You kill stuff so fast, you'd never stand still. Maybe for bosses? I don't know. I think those door traps only start working when you get close to them, which makes it a lot easier for you to avoid them. Go, go, go. Something shot me with a giant flamethrower. And this is where I'll stay. There's always like a nice little spot you can sit in each one of these dungeons where you can just not worry about any of the traps. As long as you have some way of gaining unstoppable so they can't like knock you out through some kind of CC. Let the lag begin. Yeah, as soon as I stop, man, it's so wild. Bear with me just for a second, guys. I'm just going through this stuff really fast so I can hop right back into a dungeon. Okay. We got a tier 20? We do got a tier 20. Okie dokie. Suddenly we have no more lag. I know they didn't do an update or anything. It has to be something on my end. I just got to figure out what it is. I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, I streamed like 8 hours yesterday, and there was no issues with lag no matter where I was at, but every day's different, I guess. And I know it's not my internet. For a fact. I'm not saving you people. Get out of here. I wonder if you're I wonder if the Seneschal gets any benefit from like fulminate or different glyphs like that. I have to test that out. I need to do some like off-stream testing to make sure that whenever I do put out a video for the Seneschal, that it's actually accurate. I don't want to put out anything that would mislead people. I'm looking forward to those leaderboards, man. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't know exactly what build I'm gonna use. Probably not this build though for leaderboards. I'll probably use some other kind of druid build, something that can that doesn't have to sit still to use its damage, something that can move really fast. They do actually. I'm not gonna lie, Joe. These gloves, like I was saying earlier, these gloves are like every single thing you need for Lightning Storm. It's perfect. They're like a perfect unique. They immediately make your Lightning Storm insanely better. Like not even, it's like, it's almost like they double your Lightning Storm or maybe like triple your Lightning Storm. It just makes them feel, it makes your Lightning Storm feel exactly how it should have felt at launch. You get way more lightning bolts. You get extra lightning bolts when you crit, and they do, you know, a multiplicative amount of damage. It's really, really good. And on top of that, they have really crazy affixes. Like you get crit chance, you get lucky hit chance, and then you also get plus ranks to your Lightning Storm and plus ranks to Defiance. So getting more ranks to Defiance is, I don't know, man. I said this earlier. I don't know who made this unique, but they need to make all of the uniques. Like they have a clear understanding of what people would like out of an item, and that person needs to be in charge of designing everything for every class. I think. I know it seems like a lot of responsibility, but I think at this point that just needs to be the case, because whoever like redesigned the Heart of Selig, that's another really great change. Like they added movement speed to that amulet. They made it still valuable for like survivability. They added damage to it. Like things like that are really good. I feel like a lot of things they added to the game this season are really, really good. However, I know a lot of people probably don't feel good about the seasonal content, the seasonal theme. Especially if you're playing a barb. I was telling Pete earlier, he decided to roll a barb at the beginning. And barb is still really overpowered. And if you're running a barb, you're killing everything so fast that I don't think you're going to get anything from your Seneschal. It's just going to feel like nothing because you're already doing so much damage. But for me, I actually feel my Seneschal. Like he does a decent amount of damage, especially in the early, like mid game, like as I was scaling through tier 3, definitely helped out a lot with bossing. Now when I got these gloves now, he don't even have a chance to attack anything. It's like he gets one attack off. I'll have to figure it out. I want to just do a lot of testing though. I think there's possible ways to make it valuable. I just hope it doesn't turn into a buff companion, which I was kind of fearing that it would at the beginning of the season. Because that's what usually happens with a lot of these companions. It was funny. I actually got 2 pairs of these now. So I got this one first, and then just a little while ago, I got these. It's like lucky hit, crit chance. You lose nothing by putting these gloves on your character. You want to go for that lucky hit. You want to go for that crit chance typically. Ranks of Defiance is just crazy. Multiplicative damage bonus to it's just. And I don't even have my crit chance like pumped up all the way. I think it's like at 20%, maybe 20%, 33. Well, 33. I didn't think it was that high, but I definitely am missing a lot of crit chance. I'm missing crit chance on my rings. And then, I think if you get a Lycander staff for this build, it's going to be like game over. You're just going to be critting all day long. Extra lightning bolts like crazy. One more level. Alright, I got to go over here. One more level, and then I'll move into tier 4. Yeah, it's just so different, man. Just the boss damage. Like, that was the biggest issue with Lightning Storm before. I can't imagine what's going to happen when I get, like, Dire Wolf, that big giant reduction in cost. You're just casting Lightning Storm full time. You'll be getting, I mean, you'll just be blowing through stuff at that point. Try not to sit still for too long so my game doesn't lag. I have no idea. Keep saying that, but we'll do like a row and then move some and then do a row. Get rid of that. Teleport. I'm gonna teleport back, deconstruct everything, and then jump back in. This is hilarious. I never thought I would have to play this way to stop my game from lagging. Hurry up and get rid of this stuff. Back in the portal. I think I might avoid doing any like low life bulwark builds this season. I feel like it's maybe just stay away from that for most people. I need to make builds that don't need to function with low life. I feel like a lot of people are just feel like those are it's really awkward to run that style of gameplay. Plus there are some things in dungeons that'll actually heal you. Like if you drop certain keys off, it'll heal your character, so probably won't make any low life builds this season, just so that way people are more comfortable on the builds. If anything, I'll just make builds that buff up your barrier and you don't really need like low life, which I think you can do, especially with the new Juggernaut aspect. I feel like the Juggernaut aspect gives you so much armor. You're going to be able to just replace so many affixes on your gear because you won't need plus armor. Almost feel like it gives you an insane amount of armor. I don't even think I'll need like armor while in werewolf form or armor while in werebear form. just your standard armor multipliers off your gear, maybe 1 or 2 will be good enough to reach armor cap. And I don't think we'll have to worry about anything like AOZ where you need a higher amount of armor, so probably somewhere along the lines of like 13 something, like maybe 13.4k armor should be good enough to get you through all the content. Oh, this is the first time I got a treasure goblin in here. Come here, you little treasure goblin. I'm gonna see if the seasonal Tree of Whispers quest is up after I get out of this dungeon. Wait, where is it at? Just go through here. So what did you decide to run this season, Joe? And where are you at right now in season 3? Oh, we got a Son of Malphus here. Try to move back into a room with a little bit more area to move around in. I don't necessarily want to fight him in here. Which one is he? Oh my god. Get back. Oh, he's poisoned this time? I didn't even notice that trap right there behind me. This guy is so tanky. Oh my god. Thought I was out of range. So tanky, man. Was he stuck up there? Jesus. He's got so much HP. I wonder what this guy's going to be like in a tier 100. He was the first thing to kill me this season. I got him in one of my first dungeons I was doing, and I got the the channeling skill bug because I got knocked back and I couldn't move. I think he hit me with like a full barrage of that little attack he does there that splits off into multiple projectiles. Come on. I like that my wolves do a good job of tanking him. He kind of just pays attention to them the entire time. That was a... I wish those little electrical, the electric bolts on the ground from Lightning Dancer would turn around and attack a target that's like a single target or something like that. Where is he going? I feel like the butcher never attacks my wolves, and this guy just kind of focuses on them. Okay. Took forever, but he's dead. Oh, I forgot about this part. No more hits. At least on this one, you can just stand in the middle. Don't have to worry about anything. Just stay in the middle of the end of the vault, and you're perfectly fine. I need to do more Tree of Whispers so I can get potion material. I think I still have like a level 45 potion. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Go and put it in the little pedestal. Gonna go ahead and clear out a lot of this stuff so I can just break it down really fast when I get back to town. Well, this is just my. I mean, I'm not fully. I'm not fully completed a build for my Lightning Storm Druid, but yeah, I mean, this is what it basically will look like. You know, you're gonna have all your companions with Shepherd's aspect. You're gonna have the gloves, which are insanely good, by the way, like insanely good. They have really great affixes, which is surprising because usually they put terrible affixes on everything. But well, not terrible affixes, but there's usually like one or two bad affixes on the gear that you will need to have. And on these gloves, they're absolutely perfect. I don't even know. I couldn't complain about them if I wanted to. What is... Oh. But yeah, generally, like, this is how it's going to look. This is how your skill bar is going to look. Obviously, I'm going to be probably using Direwolf, so my aspects aren't set the way that I will probably have them set up for an in-game Lightning Storm build. But I don't really want to put out an in-game Lightning Storm build before I can actually test it for myself to make sure it works well. I don't like to speculate. I don't want to waste anybody's time. But you'll probably have like rampaging werebeast, things like that. Forgive me, guys. For some reason, my game lags when I stand still. I've tried to fix it multiple times today. So I'm just like jumping into town really fast, jumping back into a dungeon. So that way you guys, my game doesn't just die all of a sudden. I have no idea why it's doing that, but it's just been doing that all day. Didn't do it yesterday for the entire 8 hours I streamed, but now all of a sudden it wants to act weird. So I'll probably like re-download OBS or something when I finish streaming for the day. Plus, when I put out my build, I want my Seneschal to make sense. I don't think I don't really know enough about this Seneschal. I haven't done enough testing to say like, okay, this is exactly how you want to put your Seneschal to benefit the overall build. So. But as for meta, like, I wouldn't run this. I would still not run Lightning Storm in hardcore just because of the channeling skill bug. Like, once they fix that, then I think it's fine. But I personally will not run this in hardcore. When I swap over to hardcore mid-season, I'll probably use something else completely. I gotta look up and see what the best dungeons are this season. I know we got Gal Ruins still, so that's good. Most of these seem to be pretty bad in the tier 3 dungeons. I wouldn't say bad, just not that fast. Granted, I am using the druid, so. Oh, man. Alright, we're getting close to 65, and then I'll do my tier 4. My tier 3 capstone. Oh, it's this guy over here? Who's causing me to, like... Oh. Never mind. I'm glad this one isn't bugged anymore. Oh, 4, gotta keep that. Nice, Stampede. All right. I definitely missed the aspects from last season. I know they wanted us to make a rabies build, but man, rabies is still god awful. At least from what I played a little while ago, like it was still terrible. I used it a little bit, the damage was still awful. And the fact that the cooldown only resets when rabies spreads means it's absolutely bad. Terrible for bossing. I don't know. Yeah, I use a controller, so I'm not really a big fan of keyboard and mouse for action RPGs. And I'm not to lie, I was also raised on consoles, so I'm pretty terrible with a keyboard. It won't stop me from playing certain games that I probably shouldn't play competitively, but I'm not terrible with a keyboard, but I'm definitely below it. I would say at least average. Maybe not. Maybe below average on a keyboard. Like, I could play an action RPG on a keyboard. But at one point in time, I used to play Dota 2. And, oh my god. I knew what I was doing. I had great strategy. Terrible on a keyboard. You need to be really good on a keyboard for that game, so... I lost a lot. Not necessarily because of myself, but I just wasn't good enough to get any higher in my MMR. I think I made it like 4K or something like that, which is about average for most players. Yo, they really need to put like a map marker on them for these keys, man. I feel like it would make it so much better for doing these style of dungeons. Just point me in a direction, let me know where it's at. All right. Nice fish fountain. seething hive master. Oh, wrong direction. I wish they would reduce the cast time on the companion skills. Okay. May start to lag a little bit, guys. Always when I stand still. Let's see, what do we got? We got a lot of level 21, so... You know what? I don't even think I need to do another one of these, so I'm going to destroy all the... Man, my nose is itching. Every time I start the stream up, my nose itches. Well, I never played Apex Legends, but I can almost imagine it. I can almost imagine it. Yeah. I've made several videos. Bear with me. I'm going to empty out my inventory. It may start lagging. I've made several videos about things I think that would be good if they changed them for Druid. And one of the in general, and one of the things I decided was I thought would be a really good idea is if they baked like a 0.5% movement speed increase every time you gain a level up to level 100 into each class. So that way, by the time you reach level 100, you're moving at like 150% movement speed, and then you don't have to invest so much into movement speed into the late game, because I feel like movement speed should just be something that exists. It just so many classes people just don't even play because they're slow. And Druid is one of those classes. It's like, oh my god, man, you're just moving so slow until you get to the late game and you can build out some nice movement speed on your character. And yeah, man, I just feel like they need to add movement speed to the leveling process. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. I have no idea why it is, because it doesn't really do that much, man. You're just moving from point A to point B. Just trying to get around. Yeah, I just... Oh, yeah, so there you go. You watched it, yeah. There you go. You know what I'm saying. It would just make it so much better. Like, imagine if you're Barb, you're Druid, you're just moving at a decent pace. You're not worried about, like, I don't know, taking 15 minutes to walk around the different shops in town. It'd be nice. Going through the dungeons and stuff. And it would feel like a sense of progression, because it would only increase as you level up. So, you know, you're not going to be moving super fast at first, but you'll slowly, steadily get to that point where you're actually moving at a decent pace. Just not sure. I'm just not sure why it has to be made so so that way you only get it through doing through investing in your gear or stuff like that. It's just movement speed. It's not game breaking for this game. Maybe in some other game it could be Pangors. I'm gonna keep that. It's like even in season 2, they took out, they took out Ravenous, so there's nothing really that buffs your character through movement speed. I wish there was more stuff that buffed your character through movement speed. I'm just looking through stuff real quick. That's so weird that I lag when I stand still. I'm not going to kill any of this stuff, man. I don't want to kill none of this stuff. Hopefully I can make... I think I'll be able to make it through... I think I'll be able to make it through Silas. As long as I make sure I keep my Earthen Bulwark off cooldown for the right times. Because he can get a bit bursty. My wolves can probably tank up most of it, though. I think if I can kill... level 74 son of man, I already forgot that guy's name. It's hilarious. Son of Malphus, and I'm good. Lord have mercy. Maybe I need more caffeine than I've already had. Also, if you watched my one video, Harry, on the skill changes with Druid, it's funny because these gloves actually do everything that I said in that specific video. It gives you more lightning bolt strikes to hit more enemies. It gives you a way to hit a single target more often. It actually does every single one of the things that I thought would be necessary to make Lightning Storm viable. I always like this dungeon, just because you don't have to do 2 different levels. Just do the one, you kill Silas, you're good to go. Also, the Devout Champion, or whatever his name is, from the very first Capstone, I feel like his shield is bugged, man. When he pops that shield, it's like you can't even take it off. It takes forever for him to stop being invulnerable. I think when I get to tier 4, I'll probably be able to keep these gloves on until I get something different. I think I'll be able to level up much faster now. All right, and back to the Drop this bad boy off. This is how fast you should be able to move. Every time I get like a key item for a pedestal on my back, I'm like, I never want to put it down. Just want to carry this thing with me. I'm not ready yet. Almost done. It'll be nice to hit tier 4, man. Then I'll just grind Nightmare Dungeons. I already have like a bunch of tier 21 sigils, so I'm just gonna stop picking up sacred stuff. I gotta scrap all that, pull the aspects off of that stuff. I decided I wasn't going to do any Hell Tides in tier 3. I was like, I'll just save all of my Hell Tide grinding for tier 4. I don't want to, you know, I have no plan on doing any of the Galvanic Saint or anything until tier 4, so. I just feel like you need a lot of movement speed before I feel good about doing Hell Tides. Where's the Moroccan? Get out of here, bro. Oh, we're good. Let's go. Here we come, Silas. Or Elias. I'm calling this man Silas. What? It's his cousin. I'm sitting call this man Silas. That's funny. It was close enough. I'll try to stick behind my wolves. Oh, that didn't hit too hard. I'm surprised because I don't have any of my gems on my jewelry. All right. Easy as can be. Actually, let's go to Kyovashad. Go, go, go. Let me go pull all these aspects off of these pieces real quick. Hopefully it won't lag up too bad. Keep that. That. Just in case I want to make a trample slide build. Don't want that. That's not worth it. I'll keep that. I'm glad I got 2 stampede aspects. Okay. We are good to go. Anything that's not 21, I'm going to toss out. We'll do Dead Man's Dredge. Dreg. I hope this lag issue doesn't persist. I'm gonna try to fix whatever the problem is. I'm not exactly sure what the problem is, but I'm gonna try to fix whatever it is tonight. No, it just seems to happen when I'm standing still. Doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, this really lets you roll right through into tier 3, I think. Get out of this stupid electrified obelisk, obviously. Is this guy regenerating? Hopefully I can get a weapon early on. Weapon, what do I have on my... Just retaliation. It's always nice when you get a good weapon early on when you get to the next tier. Just makes clearing things so much easier. But you definitely see that damage, man. I mean, that damage is crazy good. I could have never made it, like, this far off a Lightning Storm build this fast last season. Even with all the vampiric powers. Wow. Well, I died fast. Probably not a good idea to dodge into that. But yeah, I definitely couldn't have made it this far last season off a build without, even with vampiric powers. I usually had to swap it out to like a Stormclaw build or something like that, because the damage would just be so insignificant. And the survivability was pretty poor. I definitely think I'll probably wait till like level 60, maybe like level 68 in hardcore, closer to the level in this tier before I transition over. Just because I feel like that survivability you're missing from a lot of the vampiric powers, you can't really find anywhere else in this season. All right.
I'm not ready yet.
No, you don't hit me with that. I had to get used to fighting these revenants again. Last season, you know, all you did was basically do blood harvest, and those models didn't have the same stun that the revenants, the normal revenants have. Just remember to dodge that sword dash. That's a pretty significant stun those guys have. Whoever knew vampires and werewolves could live in harmony. Inside of a cave. It's a beautiful thing. Of course, the legendaries. The legendaries would be sacred. I'm not doing that. Nice. Gotta love the Gao ruins. Easy dungeon. Easy XP. Gotta get that. Don't go deeper into the dungeon. I cannot stand wind walls, yo. I like the little hill the Seneschal gives you. It's not too bad. I just freed that man's spirit. Freeing a lot of dead people. One more. One more. I think this one summons a bunch of werewolves. It's so good. They just all get deleted that fast. When you get like, when you start getting crit procs, it's crazy. Let's see, what do I want to level up next? Earth and Sky, probably Fang and Claw. Nah, I don't have any need for Fang and Claw right now. Undaunted, that's what I'll level up. Just want a decent weapon. 7. Oh, nice. A really good lightning dancer aspect. Don't need that. Not swapping gloves. Definitely keep that. Okay.
Anything breaks, the forge is hot.
24. No, we don't want to do 24. We don't want to do 24 yet. Let's go do some Gao ruins.
I must wait. I'm not ready yet.
There we go. Usually it's over here.
I'm not ready yet.
That's weird. Why would that specific shrine be possible to it have an event on it? The old sea hag. She moves more this season. Let's go ahead and level up Fulminate a little bit too. I'll keep this one. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Keep that. All stats and a bunch of resist. Life max. We'll keep that helmet. That's good. Alright, on to the next one.
That looks warm. Forge is always hot.
I guess I'll salvage it just for the cosmetic. Let's do Desert Underpass. I like Desert Underpass. Has quite a bit of XP there. I'm surprised I'm not getting more potion drops, man. Those obelisks are always real pain in the neck, especially when you get caught in like a narrow hallway like that. They start stacking up on top of each other. Hopefully I can get a good pair of ancestral gauntlets. I doubt I'll get as lucky as I got earlier. I'll probably end up having to fight the beast in the ice a couple times, which I really don't want to do that fight. I pretty much just left that alone after maybe 1 or 2 fights last season. I hated the fact you had to run through the entire dungeon just to get to the boss. Oh, oh, no, 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 no. Almost died. I glanced out on my tablet so I could see chat.
I must wait a moment.
Zovad the Virulent. No, I'm gonna die here. I already feel it. I hate these enemies. My man's name is Shiznose. Interesting. I need more attack speed, man.
I must wait a moment. I'm not ready.
A greed shrine. Nobody needs a greed shrine. $67. Oh, is this one I have to go? Nope, I'm good. Yeah, I think it is actually. I'm gonna have to go through the center. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go up through the center and walk through all these. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. It's always nice to get free kills inside the protection bubble. Let's see, what do we got? Tomb of Saints. Have I done this dungeon yet? I don't think so. I don't think I've done that one. Just basically weaving in my basic attacks. Just weaving in basic attacks through everything. Kind of keeps my resources up. I also run Energize, but I don't think it, I don't think it's that great. I'm going to swap out of it, but I do use Energize at the beginning before I swap to Pack Leader or something like Calamity, but yeah, just running that, weaving in my weaving in some basic attacks usually keeps your resources up. And making sure when you're using your Wind Shear that you're using Wild Wind Shear, because it gives you additional spirit by hitting multiple enemies, which you're going to do all the time in dungeons. So that's basically how I get it to stay up. Where is that dungeon at? There it is. Is that it? No. What am I talking about? That's not it. What's the time on this sleep? 4 minutes. I'm not waiting 4 minutes. Where did this dungeon open up at? Oh, let me... I didn't even know I had a Tree of Whispers. That just say return to the Tree of Whispers. Am I blind as a bat? It's probably that I'm blind as a bat. Well, let me go over here and do the seasonal content real fast. I like to do it whenever there's Tree of Whisper quests on the seasonal content. Did that dungeon just disappear off the... Oh, it's over here. Where is it at? Oh, it was just hidden. It was just hidden by the waypoint. I couldn't see it. Okay, let me just go ahead and do these real fast, and then we're going to jump into that dungeon. Let's go to this obelisk. The knockback obelisks. I don't mind doing these because they actually give you materials. The elemental core. Where is... What's this one? Oh, yeah. Ooh. The constructs, it's those Vizier constructs, man. They have the same damage as a wasp, but they shoot like a machine gun. I gotta be mindful of that. I gotta be mindful of those. It's like everything else will lull you to sleep and you're not really too worried about anything, but then those guys just come in with this crazy amount of damage and then you end up getting killed pretty fast. Definitely gotta have some lightning resist early on. Killed my poor wolf. What was that? I man just raised his hand up and I died.
I need time to do this.
Cannot stand these electrified obelisks. Okay. Thank you. Man hit me with a Zeus's lightning bolt.
I need more time.
Alrighty.
I need more time.
Now I'll go do a couple nightmare dungeons.
I cannot do that here. It is done.
Always choose chaos. Mm-hmm. Where I don't want to go.
Not while I'm in town.
Let's see. What do we have here? Go ahead and throw this helmet on. I just have to make sure I put... Keep that. That's a perfect roll. Perfect roll. I'm gonna keep that in the chest. I could probably take this off of there and put it on something like my staff here. I just want movement speed on the boots. I don't know. Might. Oh, nope, keep that to pull that off. Go ahead and equip that over that. Equip this over that. No. What do these gloves give? Attack speed, crit chance, basic skill damage. Dang. It's actually pretty good. I like it. All stats. I just want movement speed though. It's not really good enough for me to keep them into the late game, so I'll be fine with getting rid of it. Okay. I'll label everything later. Let's do... Vaults of Ink. All right.
I must wait a moment.
Oh, I forgot to put on the aspect of might. I should be okay. I don't think it'll be the end of the world. Although 20% damage reduction would be really nice to have. Maybe it will be the end of the world.
I must wait a moment. I'm not ready yet.
I'm gonna die here, I think. Maybe not. Almost.
I must wait a moment.
I have aspect of Stampede too I need to put on my gear. So I get a little bit more multiplicative damage. Alright. Jesus. No, back away, back away. Need some poison resist, man. Oy vey. Oh no. Yeah, I'm definitely dead there. I was like, there's no way. I was definitely gonna die there.
I'm not ready yet.
Once I get all my resistance up and everything, I'll be good to go. I don't think I'll actually do any of this content in hardcore until I get like a decent amount of resist. Jesus. The poison constructs, wow. That's what's killing me. These little Vizier constructs. That's a lot of damage. I have to be very careful. It's the only thing I don't... I out of potions? No, okay. Like, what's going on? It's the only thing I don't like about a channeling build. You have to stop and stop and stop, and these enemies are just spamming their attacks so fast. And they move so fast, like they're... It's like they do the same amount of damage as wasps do, but their projectile speed is, like, insanely fast. So it's hard to actually avoid it if you can't see it coming at first. I'm gonna have to be like super patient. All right. Maybe I should have grabbed that might aspect before I came in here. And then I know that this will trigger a trap. Jeez, man. Just gotta move around, move around. Oh, I completely forgot about that. What am I doing? Just completely forgot about the giant darts flying at me. Oh well.
I'm not ready yet.
Can I move? Thank you. Jesus. Oi, oi, oi.
I must wait a moment.
No revives remaining. Okay, now I can't die at all. I think I want to come back into the ink dungeon anytime soon. Maybe when I have more poison resist or more access to barrier.
I'm not ready.
Jesus, man. Okay. Well, I'm fine with that. I'll leave. I don't want to deal with that. That's fine. Good Lord. Oh, that's the first time I've ever failed a dungeon. Let's do something a bit different. We'll go to the Cinder's Vault. I think I just need to get enough armor on my gear pieces and stuff. All my stuff is sacred right now, basically, except for my weapon and like my helmet. More resist, obviously. My resistances are probably in the toilet. No, this shouldn't be too bad. I'm surprised I'm not getting more potion drops. Like, that's what's killing me. Usually, you get at least a decent amount of potions by now just from drops from enemies. I know they reduced it in Season 2, but really feel it now. Maybe I need to just invest some time in Hell Tides. Did I just go around? Oh, man. What are my resistances at currently? Oh yeah, my poison resist is pretty low. I like how there's traps in places that you're never even going to walk across. It's like, look at your map, so that way you don't just get caught up running through traps. Gotta back out of that. Looks a bit dangerous in there. I think I still got a lot of bad habits from Season 2. You're just so much more tanky in Season 2 than in Season 3. Such a significant difference between these two vaults. Like the way poison damage hits. Obviously, my resistances aren't really that good for poison damage right now. But nope. Wrong way. Choo. Oh, no. I thought I could get away. I thought I could be a little faster. I forgot I was playing the Druid. Get out of there. More traps. What? What hit me? I don't believe I hit any trap there. I feel like they just wanted to take one more point from me. I don't feel like I hit a trap right there. I feel like I just got cheated. Can't see. Drop the wall, man. I have a real bad habit of pushing forward while not killing everything that I'm already hitting. I gotta stop doing that. This is the place to stand, guys. I'll probably die, given the fact that I'm not necessarily geared for this content yet. But this is the place to stand in the Cinder's Vault. You won't get hit by any traps. You just have to be careful when you first come in here because the fire darts move pretty quickly. They activate. They're probably the first thing to activate in the room, and they move pretty fast. You can kind of move along the wall too. You kind of move back and forth across this wall here. Then kind of like not worry about getting hit. If you need to get out of like a small AoE or something. You gotta be careful when you start to go towards the chest, because sometimes these stay active. Oh, there's a... Oh, okay. Well, there's a 4, a 1, and a 10. That's nice to know. I guess we're taking the 4. What does the 10 give you? Now I want to know. Now I want to know. I'm interested. So you need 11, 15. You make it here with 15 points, and then you'll be able to open the best chest. Which way do I want to go? I think I want to go this way. What do I want to use? Guess we could use Undaunted for right now. Is this a good end area? I don't remember. No, not really. Probably go for another willpower. We'll just we can play around with human for a little while. I'm not going to keep human, but you can play around with it. I want to stay in town and fix my gear, but every time I go to town and stand still, I start lagging. So I don't want my stream to lag up. I have no idea why it's doing that, but it's kind of lame to do. That sounds pretty cool, electrically. Tempest sounds good. Although my impale is leveled up pretty significantly. Let's go ahead and check it out. We'll check it out. Actually, it doesn't seem like I'm lagging. I'm kind of watching my stream on a different device to make sure that it's not, because I've just had so many issues today. But it's not lagging now, which is super weird. I don't know why, but I'm happy. I don't know why though. We'll keep the total armor. It has some damage reduction from... No, there. Never mind. I spoke too soon. There it goes. All right. I don't need any gloves. Fine with the pants. We'll do that. If I don't adjust my gear, I'm going to die a lot. I'm going to continue to die a lot. So just bear with me, guys. Poison enemies, +3 to trample. Those are actually pretty decent pants. Wear bear total armor, +3 to trample. Get rid of that. Holy cow. Way more armor, but... Fighting resist. Damage reduction. It has damage reduction. We'll go with it. 22. We got all stats. Gotcha. Look at that. That is insane. That is a crazy amount of armor. 3,700 armor. One gear piece is going to give you armor cap. One gear piece. You won't even need anything else. That's crazy. I'm going to go ahead and equip it. I might not be able to use my evade, but All right. I don't need disobedience. Let's go might. And we'll go earth and bulwark. And then I believe I do have something I can put on my weapon. We'll go +1 companion. Why not? Let's do +1 companion. Nah, I don't think it's gonna be good enough. We'll do lightning dancers there. Then we'll do +1 companion over here. Okay, we're good to go. And it should stop. So crazy. Yo, it's not. Come on, man. Why is this happening to my stream? So strange. It's like I must I must not stand still. I feel like I'm in the movie Speed or something. Oh, I wanted to see what my little trap can do. My little, let me see what he's doing. I want to see what this arc attack does. Go do your thing. Looks like it's pretty good. Level 70. Alright, so we need 15. So we need 15 of these. Let's go ahead and go with... We need to use 5. And then give ourselves one more for a buffer. I think we can do it. I got my aspects on correctly. I took some time to do some gear pieces, and even though I was lagging like crazy, I don't know why that happens. You would think I would lag from moving, not standing still. Like, you'd think I'd get a ton of lag from moving around, but doesn't seem to be the case. Never had anything like this happen, so. Look at how much armor I have. 7,000 armor. And I'm not even like, I have no armor rolls on my gear. That is absolutely insane. And that's not even as good as that aspect can get. Like, you're going to be able to just use that aspect and maybe a few, maybe 1 or 2 armor affixes on your gear and you'll have capped armor. It's going to be so easy to get cap armor now. Maybe even just one. One good armor roll. And then you can just invest heavily in damage reduction all over the place. Like, disobedience is basically just redundant now. I don't even know why anyone would use disobedience. I know it increases the cooldown on your evade, but if you use like stacks of evade, or you use the evade that cools down off your basic attack, you're going to be able to, it's not really going to matter. It's not really going to matter. Just giving you flat damage, giving you flat armor like that, it's crazy. Like, it would take me to the end game with like heavily investing in armor rolls and everything to get to 7,000 armor. And then I would then have to have like armor while in werewolf form or armor while in werebear form to even come close to getting the cap on armor. But that one aspect, it's just crazy. You're gonna get and it's not even the highest it can get. What is this at 2,000, like 3,000? At its current item power, get 3,700. I can't imagine what a 925 piece of gear is going to give you. Probably like 5k armor just to double. That is crazy. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but that amount of armor, I'm shocked. Maybe if your evade gave iframes and then be like, oh, okay, I get it. Like, that's a really valuable evade. But evade doesn't give iframes. I'm just going to stay right here. So, I don't know. I just don't know. That's crazy. It's a lot of armor. It doesn't, you know, and when you think about like all the different things you're going to be able to do, different Paragon points you're going to be able to free up to go elsewhere, different gear affixes you can free up to invest in like damage reduction or even more damage. It's probably one of the most overpowered aspects this season. Just crazy. 3K. What am I doing? I'm over here trying to ruin my run. Being so enthusiastic about armor. Whoa. Ha ha ha. I still have 18 stacks, yo. I don't even know what happened. That's hilarious. I got pulled all the way over there and I didn't get hit by a single trap. I'm going to say that was all skill. That was all skill. I evaded every single trap and I absolutely meant to. And none of you can prove me wrong, okay? That was all skill. How did I get pulled in the middle of the dungeon and somehow managed to not get hit by a single trap? That's hilarious. Kill myself. All right, so we got all of that. There it is. Movement speed. Give it to me now. I'm just going to make sure there isn't any specific aspects on those pieces. Let's do a 20. Do I have a 22? Do I have a 22? How do I not have a 22? Let's just do the Vault of Saints. I don't know how I have a ton of 21s and no 22s. Bear with it. I think what I'll do is I will just, yeah, I'm going to end up just turning this Seneschal into a walking buff machine. Just give me more crit chance, give me more crit damage. There's just no reason for me not to. Like, it's nice that it scales with your character and everything, but you do so much damage by yourself. Like, there's really no point to have your Seneschal dealing damage. Just buff you up, give you crit chance. Oh, nice. Got me a Gal Ruins. The best dungeon. I knew I knew that was gonna happen. I'm like, there's an entire firing squad of wasps right here. Let me just go ahead and be hard-headed and not step to the side. I got exactly what I deserved. That's hilarious. Figure I would just die to regular wasps at least one time, you know. I've died to the constructs over and over again, so let's die to the wasps one time. I will say I'm definitely having a lot more fun on softcore than hardcore. I don't have to. I'm not stressed out. I'm not worried like, oh my god, I died. I gotta start all over again. It is kind of nice.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
All right, open says me. I used to think as a kid that he would say open sesame, like sesame seeds. I also used to think that when people said lactose intolerant, they said like lacked toast. Lactose intolerant. I was like, that sounds terrible. I love toast. Not really. Got my squad rolling out. I so wish they had a buff companions, man. I'm gonna try out that the wilds though. I'm gonna try that out. I'm gonna see how heavy they buff that. It's like what, 40% more passive skill damage. I'll try it out. Ah, don't hit me. I want to thank you guys for tuning in my stream, by the way, and being very patient. I know every time I stand still, for some reason, my game is lagging, so I definitely appreciate you guys sticking around and listen to me. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. If you wanted to say anything, say what you want to say. I always like a good conversation.
I must wait a little.
You know, I think this would actually... you know what I think here? I think this specific attack, if I can get out of this wall, would actually be pretty good for restoring resources. It seems to hit pretty fast. It hits multiple enemies. I wonder if I made my Seneschal hit like 2 targets. I'm going to test some things out when I get off stream. Because I'm going to put out I think I'm going to put out a video kind of updating my Lightning Storm build into the mid-season. Oh my god, I'm surprised I didn't die. Don't ever do that, guys. That was a terrible idea from me. I just walked right through all of that stuff. When you start getting crits, with this, it's crazy. Like the amount of damage you do with these gloves when you start hitting crits. It's like things just disappear. Especially because you hit that multiplicative damage off of it too. 24 feels kind of good. Look at it. That is crazy damage on a boss. For a lightning storm, this early on, it's crazy good damage. My burden. What am I doing here?
My bags are full.
Did I put human? I'll go ahead and use fulminate on this instead. We'll just go fulminate. And we'll pick up some dexterity. Let me teleport somewhere that's not in a town. I'm gonna go ahead and think I should be okay to. You know what? Let me just do it right here. Alrighty guys, I'm going to go ahead and log off for the stream today. If you enjoyed watching me stream, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'm going to try to continue streaming throughout the first week of Season 3 pretty consistently. I want to go ahead and take some extra time today to make a video for you guys, kind of going over a mid-season, a mid-game build for the Lightning Storm Druid, and probably update the build with the Seneschal construct. But anyway, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate your patience through all the lag on my stream. And anyway, like I always say, I hope you guys are having a great day or a great night, depending on wherever you're from. And peace out, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll try to fix this stuff by tomorrow if I can. See you later.